Having a strong mindset is a core element in the path to a fulfilling life, serving as an inner fortress that empowers us to maintain a calm and insightful perspective amidst adversity. This resilience enables us to steadfastly adhere to our goals and confront challenges with determination, particularly during times when our individual strength alone may prove insufficient. In this video, we will delve into the fundamental teachings of Buddhism and their connection to 6 habits that potentially undermine our mindset. By understanding and embodying these wisdoms, we embark on a journey to fortify our spirit, better equipping ourselves to triumph over life's adversities. To fully grasp the profound insights presented in this video, please continue watching. Habit 1. Negative mindset. A negative mindset acts as a mental fog, causing us to overly focus on the negative and casting a bleak shadow over our lives. When we fixate solely on the dark aspects, we are prone to overlook the beauty surrounding us. It is like viewing the world through tinted glasses, rendering even the brightest moments dull and lifeless. This pessimistic outlook not only affects our emotions, but also influences our actions and decisions, leading us to avoid risks or new experiences. Due to an exaggerated expectation of failure, to break free from a negative mindset, Buddhism emphasizes the cultivation of mindfulness. Mindfulness calls for us to unconditionally and non-judgmentally attend to our thoughts, feelings, and perceptions in the present moment. Through mindfulness practice, we become more attuned to our patterns of negative thinking and learn to approach them as an observer, rather than being consumed by them. Buddhism also teaches us to accept things as they are, refraining from resistance or attempts to manipulate. Unconditional acceptance of negative thoughts and emotions weakens their hold over us, creating space for positive experiences to flourish. Habit 2. Complaining about uncontrollable circumstances. We often expend energy complaining about things beyond our control, a habit that not only drains our willpower, but shifts our focus from seeking solutions to fixating on the problems. Buddhism views this as akin to gripping a hot potato, causing self-inflicted harm, and directing our attention to the problem rather than the solution, trapping us in a vortex of negativity. It reminds us that everything in life is in a constant state of flux. When we complain, we tend to perceive difficult periods as never-ending, whereas reality is far from that. Embracing life's ups and downs like dancing in the rain, rather than succumbing to despair in the face of a storm, helps us release our attachment to what cannot be changed and empowers us to face challenges. Buddhism also stresses the importance of focusing on what we can control. Much like steering a ship in a storm, we cannot control the weather, but can control the ship's direction. This shift transforms us from complainers into problem solvers. Letting go is equally crucial, akin to unloading a heavy backpack filled with worries, leaving us feeling lighter and creating space for happiness. By adhering to these teachings, we can more effectively navigate life's challenges, embrace change, and concentrate on what truly matters, thereby shedding our complaining habit and reclaiming our strength. Habit 3. Blaming others for our problems. We frequently attribute our problems to others, a tendency that significantly erodes our happiness and robs us of our inner power. Buddhism teaches us that our future is shaped by our actions, a concept known as karma. It reminds us that no one is responsible for the difficulties we face. We reap what we sow. To break free from the habit of blaming others, we need to understand and accept this law. Additionally, we must learn to forgive others, not because they were right, but to shed the burden of anger, reclaim sovereignty over our minds, find inner peace, and unlock the door to happiness. Habit 4. Allowing emotions to control us. When we fail to harness our emotions, they become like a small boat in turbulent waters, carrying us wherever they wish, often to places we'd rather avoid. Buddhism teaches us to approach our emotions with the detachment of an observer. Much like rowing a boat on a river, without steering, the current can carry us anywhere, potentially into danger. When we allow emotions like anger or fear to dictate our actions, It's like losing control of our course. Mindfulness is a key tool in Buddhism, serving as the paddle that navigates the river of emotions. It enables us to recognize emotions as they arise, understand their origins, and choose a beneficial rather than harmful response. For instance, when faced with anger triggered by someone else, an immediate reaction might be to retaliate in anger. Through mindfulness, we can acknowledge this anger, explore its roots, and opt for a peaceful approach to resolving the issue. In doing so, we gain control over our emotions rather than being controlled by them, maintaining resilience and calm even in the midst of emotional storms. Habit 5. Dwelling excessively on the past. Excessive preoccupation with the past is like carrying a heavy backpack filled with memories, weighing down our life journey and slowing our pace. This habit weakens our willpower by trapping us in past events, preventing us from fully experiencing the present or embracing the future. It is like driving while fixated on the rearview mirror, inevitably missing the scenery ahead. Buddhism reveals how dwelling excessively on the past weakens us, and how to break free from this bondage. Through mindfulness practice, we learn to live in the present, clearing the fog of past residue. By forgiving others and ourselves, we unlock the door to release the past, stepping lightly into the present. By understanding the impermanent nature of all things, we let go of past experiences that hinder our progress. Integrating these teachings into our lives, we liberate ourselves from the shackles of the past, fully immersing ourselves in the present and greeting each unfolding moment with lightness. Habit 6. Being too concerned about others' opinions of you. Being overly concerned about others' opinions of you is like constantly shouldering a tea and plate of their evaluations, potentially stripping away your individuality and authenticity. People will always have various opinions, and catering to them all will hinder personal growth and judge yourself by others' standards. It is like sailing a ship, swayed by every wave of criticism or praise. However, in Buddhism, the practice of equanimity encourages us to maintain inner balance amidst the tide of others' opinions. It is like standing on solid ground, allowing waves of criticism or praise to blow past without losing stability. Through the practice of equanimity, we prevent praise from inflating our ego or criticism from deflating our spirit, demonstrating resilience in the face of external judgments. Relying solely on others' opinions to evaluate ourselves is like viewing ourselves through their eyes rather than our own. Buddhism emphasizes self-acceptance and authenticity, teaching us to recognize our intrinsic worth and embrace our uniqueness. Thus, we become immune to external judgments, facing life with confidence and inner strength. In summary, these 6 habits can undermine our mental strength, but by embracing and practicing mindfulness, acceptance, equanimity, impermanence, and letting go, we can navigate life's challenges with greater clarity and confidence. Let us integrate these profound wisdoms into our daily lives, embarking on a journey towards a more fulfilling, satisfying, and joyful life. Finally, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoy our content, please remember to subscribe to the channel to receive more insights on spiritual growth and life wisdom. Habit 7. Excessive pursuit of material wealth and external achievements. An excessive pursuit of material wealth and external achievements, such as an obsession with accumulating wealth, climbing the social ladder, or amassing fame, can leave our spirits fatigued and empty. This over-reliance on external material possessions and accomplishments causes us to neglect the importance of inner contentment and spiritual growth. Buddhism teaches that greed and attachment are the roots of suffering, and true happiness arises from inner peace and contentment, not external possessions. To overcome this habit, Buddhism advocates cultivating a proper value system and life attitude. First, we must recognize that material wealth and external achievements are not the sole criteria for happiness. They are merely part of life and should be pursued in moderation to avoid falling into the trap of greed. Second, cultivate gratitude for our current life, cherishing what we already have instead of endlessly seeking more. Lastly, through practices like meditation and mindfulness, enhance our inner cultivation, fostering a detached attitude towards material possessions and external achievements, focusing instead on inner peace and contentment. Habit 8. Over-reliance on others or external circumstances. And over-reliance on others or external circumstances, such as expecting others to fulfill our needs. We're overly depending on the conveniences provided by our environment, can weaken our ability to cope with life's challenges and rob us of opportunities for self-growth. Buddhism teaches that true strength comes from within, not from external sources. Over-reliance on others or the environment can lead to the loss of our ability to think independently and solve problems, resulting in inner unease and vulnerability. To overcome this habit, Buddhism advocates cultivating self-reliance and independent thinking. First, recognize that others and the environment cannot provide us with lasting support, learning to face life's problems independently. Second, through self-reflection and self-improvement, enhance our ability to solve problems independently, fostering self-confidence and independence. Lastly, through practices like meditation and mindfulness, enhance our inner cultivation, fostering a detached attitude towards others and the environment, focusing instead on self-growth and the strengthening of our inner power. Habit 9. Excessive worrying about the future. Excessive worrying about the future, such as being overly concerned about potential difficulties, failures, or setbacks, can drain our energy and prevent us from fully engaging in present-day life. Buddhism teaches that worrying about the future is futile, as the future is uncertain and beyond our prediction and control. Excessive worry only plunges us into anxiety and fear, robbing us of the joy of living in the present. To overcome this habit, Buddhism advocates cultivating a mindset of living in the present. First, recognize that worrying about the future is useless, learning to let go of concerns about the future and focusing on present-day life. Second, through practices like meditation and mindfulness, enhance our inner cultivation, fostering a detached attitude towards the future, focusing instead on present experiences and feelings. Lastly, through self-reflection and self-improvement, enhance our ability to cope with future challenges, fostering inner peace and confidence. Habit 10. Excessive attachment to personal views and prejudices. Excessive attachment to personal views and prejudices, such as being stubbornly opinionated and unwilling to accept differing viewpoints and opinions, can hinder our growth and progress, leading us into self-imposed isolation and narrow-mindedness. Buddhism teaches that attachment to personal views and prejudices is the root of suffering, and true wisdom arises from an open and inclusive mindset. To overcome this habit, Buddhism advocates cultivating an open and inclusive mindset. First, recognize that personal views and prejudices are limited, learning to accept and respect differing viewpoints and opinions. Second, through self-reflection and self-improvement, enhance our ability to self-criticize and self-reflect, fostering the ability to question and correct our personal views and prejudices. Lastly, through practices like meditation and mindfulness, enhance our inner cultivation, fostering a detached attitude towards personal views and prejudices, focusing instead on inner openness and inclusiveness. In conclusion, Buddha's teachings reveal 10 habits that may undermine our mental strength. To overcome these habits, we need to cultivate a proper value system and life attitude, cultivate self-reliance and independent thinking, cultivate a mindset of living in the present, and cultivate an open and inclusive mindset. Through practices like meditation and mindfulness, we can foster a detached attitude towards material possessions and external achievements, others and the environment, the future, and personal views and prejudices, focusing instead on inner peace, contentment, independence, openness, and inclusiveness. That's attaining true happiness and inner peace. Thank you for your patience in watching this video. We hope these Buddhist insights have shed light on your spiritual growth and practical life. If you enjoy our content, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, as we will continue to share more exciting content on spiritual growth, wisdom in life, and Buddhist teachings. We look forward to accompanying you on this journey, exploring together the tranquility of the mind and the wisdom of life. Once again, thank you for watching, and we wish you a life filled with peace and joy.